The bloodshed in the lawless tribal region of Pakistan. Reports of up to 8 militants dead in a powerful blast. It's the region where Osama bin Laden's believed to be hiding. And now a report says power struggles inside the CIA may have stalled the hunt for the world's most wanted man.
Yes, we did that
Michael
already,
Scheuer
right?
is the former head of the CIA's bin Laden unit. And Michael, we talk about bringing the USS Cole bomber to justice earlier in this hour. But the question becomes, when this New York Times article comes out, and I want to put the quote up on the screen if I can. The New York Times article says, do we have this? Okay, we don't have it. We'll bring it up when we get it. The New York Times saying that basically, Michael, that this was just, this was infighting between American CIA that's really kind of slowed down the hunt for Osama bin Laden. What do you make of that?
Well, I think the article said there was infighting within the agency, between the agency and the Department of Defense, and within the Department of Defense. The bigger issue at hand, though, is 7 years after 9/11, we're still trying to figure out how we're going to handle the question of killing Osama bin Laden. And the point I would make is that the enemy hasn't waited for us to make that decision. They have regrouped, refitted, retrained. They now hold the initiative in Afghanistan and in Pakistan. And frankly, we don't have anywhere near enough troops in Afghanistan to win, even if we decide how we want to proceed.
In Afghanistan or Pakistan. I mean, we pushed them out of Afghanistan. I mean, we were successful in that front, and now it looks to me like they have regained strength in Pakistan, in that tribal area, that Pakistan can't go after them, and apparently the U.S. military is having trouble finding these militants up in the tribal areas of Pakistan, right?
Yes, American leaders are still pretty stuck in the Cold War, sir. They thought Pakistan was going to be our proxy and go in there and kill bin Laden and the Taliban and al-Qaeda. Well, they were never able to do that for any number of reasons. But now America is caught short. Our military, I think the leaks that were in that article this morning in the New York Times is in part the military saying, listen, we're in this over our head. Right. We have rules of engagement that are too tight. We don't have enough soldiers, and the enemy now has a safe haven from which to operate.
Is Pakistan doing enough here, Michael? I mean, I know that there's been cooperation between Pakistan and the U.S., and there's also been some bad blood. Is Pakistan doing enough to help us find bin Laden?
Well, certainly Pakistan's contribution has peaked. President Musharraf did more than we could have expected him to do in terms of capturing al-Qaeda people, sending his army into the border area, where it was defeated and lost over 1,000 soldiers. But unfortunately, the addiction of Western politicians to building democracies has now given Pakistan a democratic and a very weak government that wants to pull out of the border regions and ultimately will leave the job up to us.
Michael Scheuer, Michael, thanks very much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, sir.